and New Trier is a very fast crew.
Yeah.
I mean, if we start seeing a pattern over the next several races where, from about 750 to 250, that whoever's in lane 6 starts to really surge, then, you got to start asking some questions
Well, let's see what
about the
Washington
conditions.
Liberty does. What do you say?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, perfect. Boys Junior 8. This is going to be a great race. It's going to be a fast race, and there are going to be some great crews. They had a fantastic semi this morning. Really fun to watch for these crews.
We got the Jesuits
this is going
in lane
to be
3 and 4. St. Ignatius Cleveland, St. Ignatius San Francisco. New Trier in lane 2. St. Edwards had a really good push in the semis to make it into the finals here. We got Bowles. Bowles was right there.
Right with Iggy.
Right with Eddie's. And then we got Washington Liberty in the perhaps more sheltered water over on the side there, and that's also a fast crew.
All right. And again, these 8s are going to handle the conditions probably the best of any of the boat types.
Most stable of all the boats we're going to see out there today.
All right, and they're off. We're off on the finals of this boys Junior 8.
Course correction from St. Ignatius Cleveland there, causing them to drop by about half a seat off the start. Clean start from St. Ed's.
There's Ignatius San Francisco really moving out well, finding a good rhythm.
About a deck here on the field.
Great start for them.
And New Trier is developing a nice rhythm as well. Look at that bow ball eating into that early lead that St. Ed's had. But St. Ignatius, San Francisco, out to about third of a length at this point.
Yep.
All right. And now these crews are settling into their base rate. Let's see how they move through the center of this race.
Washington Liberty's still in a great position for second right now.
They are.
I mean, it's obviously, like, you're talking pretty narrow margins from Trier to Iggy to Washington Liberty and really even Bowles. Like, it's less than a deck for second place.
Yeah, we got some great,
and that separation is closing right now.
Yeah.
New Trier, slight lead over St. Ignatius Cleveland, was a slight lead over St. Edwards, far right of your screen, Bowles and Washington Liberty on the left of your screen.
I have St. Ignatius San Francisco at a 37.38. Which in this tailwind is a nice aggressive base rate, and they're looking great and looking really smooth at that rate. It's really working for them through the middle part of this race, and if they can maintain that, certainly all the other crews don't want to let St. Ignatius San Francisco get too far out. In these conditions, you let them get too far out, and it is going to be very hard to get them back. So if I were in any of the other crews, I'd try and find that extra gear, try and make a move, see what they could do.
So Washington Liberty making a push now, starting to pull slightly ahead of St. Ignatius Cleveland in the yellow boat.
There they are in that lane 6. We'll see if that actually
ends
up helping them or not.
Right where they are by the marina, they're still in rough water. You can still see that, chop there. It'll be in about 250 meters that things may flatten out for them.
But look at St. Ignatius San Francisco continuing to push, and other crews really not making much of a dent in their race. I mean, they're really taking it, and they're telling the rest of the field, this is our race and our race to win.
Just open water there, John.
Look
this
at
might
that.
be
That's just such clean rowing in those conditions.
A bridge too far for the other crews.
Oh, yeah. Especially in a tailwind like this. If you have open water at halfway point here, I mean, that is going to be tough for them to come back from, especially at how well Ignatius San Francisco seems to be rowing here.
But look at St. Ignatius Cleveland.
Right.
They have moved out from New Trier now. They have broken into the second place point. There is only about a half a boat length of open water as they come into the last 500 meters here. What can they do?
All right, here we go.
Bowles making a good push back on St. Ignatius here.
Oh, yeah.
Really sort of going to be interesting to see how things second, third, fourth, fifth shake out here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And again, credit to Ignatius San Francisco for their continually good race. But here we go. Ignatius Cleveland bringing it up as they're in the last few hundred meters.
If Washington Liberty has an advantage, it's now.
Bowles, strong push from Bowles.
Yep.
Really, really making up some ground on St. Ignatius.
They're going to benefit a little bit from being over on that side of the course.
Ignatius
needs to dig in this last 250 meters.
Last 250 meters, here we go.
If they want the silver.
And it's a race for silver and a race for bronze here in the last 250 meters. And
winding it up, absolutely winding it up right now, these boys.
Oh, yeah. Seeing how they're going to finish this out.
Bowles is climbing up to God's country with the rating right now.
They want it. They want that silver.
Yep.
They poked into second spot.
I don't know. It is neck and neck between Ignatius Cleveland and Bowles. Neck and neck. It's coming to the last few strokes here.
Who's going to have the blades in, boys? Who's going to have
San Francisco
the blades in?
looking fantastic as they walk away.
Ignatius
Open water
Exertion
victory.
is going to nip them.
And Ignatius Cleveland
Yes!
just barely has it over Bowles. Great rowing.
Wow.
But what a race.
Those guys from Bowles are excited over there with
yeah.
that real strong surge, but
Right.
just not quite enough.
Well, what a race
take
from
Ignatius
St. Ignatius, San
Cleveland.
Francisco. I mean, to
Convincing.
lead wire to wire and to win by open water in a tailwind like this, I mean, that really shows. I mean, wow, what a great race
Some real
for them.
skill, right?
Yeah.
Some real skill. I
What a
mean,
great race.
it's such a commanding rhythm out of those guys.
They
Like,
looked fantastic.
What'd you have them at? 37, you said?
Oh, they were basically at 37-38, right
And
to the
it-
center of the
it
race.
looked
And it looked just
like
calm,
they could go
collected.
ahead for another 1,000 meters like that.
I know. They looked fantastic.